What's up everyone, it's Mark from Silence Tech and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're checking out the new and improved Logitech G502 the Lightspeed edition. Finally, after years of asking, fans of the original have got what they asked for, a completely wireless G502 with no drawbacks whatsoever. I just feel sorry for anyone that went ahead and bought the not long released wired version with the new Hero sensor, as no one's seen this coming. The wired version still remains a better value option, as the Lightspeed G502 right now costs on Amazon $149.99 US dollars and $129.99 UK pounds. Okay, before I start, the Logitech G502 wouldn't normally be my preferred choice for fast-paced competitive gaming. I generally stay away from mice with ergonomic shapes and I much prefer smaller mice with a weight of 80 grams or lower, even though my hand is fairly large at 19 centimeters in length and 10 centimeters across. With that said, I know this mouse has a big following from professional esport players to amateurs alike, so it had me wondering, what is it about the G502 that people love so much? I decided to skip online play for now and start from scratch. I bought Rage 2 and went to work. Suddenly, after several hours, I got it. Paired with Logitech's G513 keyboard and G840 mousepad, the G502 Lightspeed was a real pleasure to use, offering great control and precision due to its extra weight. It's a much slower paced mouse compared to what I'm used to, but sat back in my chair it felt so good over extended periods of time. And I have reviewed a lot of mice in the past, and as far as heavy mice are concerned, this is by far the best one ever. I rate it higher than any other, and I can see the G502 wireless being the ultimate choice for high DPI players. I only use a DPI of 400 and I love this mouse, especially while editing. For the longest period of time I've always used the MX Master 2 for Premiere Pro, and that's until now. The G502 Lightspeed is a much better mouse for editing in every way, and it's fair to say that this will be on my desk permanently from now on. There's so many buttons, 3 on the side, 2 next to the left click and 1 behind the hyper scroll wheel. All of them are as near perfect as possible in not only placement but feel as well, and I'm able to assign so many commands from Premiere Pro to this mouse, and I've even assigned a profile switch button behind the scroll wheel. One profile is for editing and the other is for general use, and I set this all up with the G-Hub software and then saved it to the mouse's onboard memory. A lot of people, even to this day, rightly so, seem to be a bit unsure about switching to a wireless mouse. These days they need not worry, at least as far as Logitech are concerned. Their wireless technology over a 2.4 GHz connection is flawless regarding latency and sensor tracking. Sure, I haven't got much here to test the latency of this mouse apart from my own hand, but I've never noticed any difference between any of their wireless G-series products or their wired. I still get paranoid even now while using any wireless mouse for competitive gaming, and I always make sure to have the receiver right next to my mousepad. My favourite wireless mouse for competitive gaming right now is a G305. The G502 is a nice contrasting premium product that looks so much better in comparison. When I first heard there was going to be a wireless G502 getting released, I immediately tried to find out its weight. Hearing it was 114 grams made me a little disappointed. I was hoping for around 80 grams, similar to the G Pro wireless. With that said, the G502 Lightspeed has a lot more buttons, a hyper scroll wheel and a far more complex shape, not forgetting they needed to install all of the wireless components such as a battery. So I guess they've done a pretty good job to even shave off 7 grams compared to the G502 Hero's 121. plus the lack of any cable on the Lightspeed model makes it feel much lighter compared to the original, more like 100 grams. There's also the option to add 16 grams of additional weight with the included weight system. Personally, I've never used this as I always leave the plate completely removed. This mouse is also compatible with Logitech's PowerPlay wireless charging system, but you won't be able to use the weights at the same time. Logitech's Hero sensor is not even worth covering in a review, it's that good. Sensors have improved so much over the last few years, and it's hard, if not impossible, to distinguish between them. Both the 3366 and Hero sensor are excellent, providing one-to-one tracking and no acceleration or issues of any kind. The only difference that I have found between the two is a slight DPI variance. For example, 800 DPI on a mouse using a Hero sensor feels slightly lower compared to the 3366, and I had to set mine to 850, and I confirmed this using a simple 360-degree turn in game. Either way, the Hero sensor is much more power efficient, allowing the battery to last much longer on a wireless mouse. With the RGB lights on, the battery was lasting around 29 hours and 48 with them off, and that's continuous use. When the mouse has a low battery, you can set the Hero sensor to go into a low power state, considerably reducing power draw, and I also like how you can make the mouse flash red when your battery is about to run out of juice. Rounding off, the G502 LIGHTSPEED has a great design, and much like the original, fans of the previous model will not be disappointed, although they will have to cough up some serious cash to get one. And I wonder if it's not a little too late for Logitech to release the wireless version of the G502, since right now, with companies like Final Mouse and themselves releasing super lightweight products. That said, it still remains the most sold mouse of all time, so I can see why they have released it. Anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed this review. My name's Mark from Silence Tech, and I will see you next Thursday. Goodbye.
Quad damage. Well-versed in the receiving of ads. Instant release. This 5-minute warning. Will explode in such big colors. Incoming quad. I see you are well-versed in the receiving of ads. Impressive.